Hello, my dear friends. We are all overwhelmed these days. Most of us are still working from home due to the pandemic, and as such, our days and nights, our work and personal boundaries have been blurred. Ever had that strange, foggy feeling where there's so much that needs to be done and you don't know where to begin? Well, that's exactly what we are going to talk about today: how to get things done. I'm going to share with you three steps that have changed my life, that have helped me move from that place of chaos and overwhelmingness to a place where I feel in control. And and that's what the discussion is going to be today. I'm going to share with you those three steps and how you can be successful in tackling things on your task list and how to get them done. Well, as many of you know, I'm actually a founder of the EVA initiative, which is the Empowered Women of the World initiative. And as part of this initiative, which is designed to empower women to be successful, we have our virtual summits. And this year, our EVA 2021 virtual summit was on April 24th. It was a huge success, empowering keynote, 14 sessions, EVA awards, a job fair, networking session, followed by 6 months of free learning with Skillsoft. It was truly an event designed for success. But oh my God, we did not know how to get things done. There were so many things that had to be done. And this method on how to get things done and the three steps that I'm going to talk to you about today really helped us make this event a success. Now, Shweta and I took a pause for about a month to take care of our near and dear ones fighting COVID back home in India. So I'm happy to be back here today with you to share how to get things done, the three steps that you need to get things done. Now, when we really start about talking about, how to get things done, there are various methodologies on how to get things done, many schools of thought. But after much trial and error, I have now fine-tuned the method that works for me to get things done, and I will share that process with you today. So, are you ready? Here are the three steps. This process has three steps: capture, clarify, and delegate. So let's talk about these steps. Now, the first step is to capture what needs to be done. This can be done by making a quick list of things that you need to do. And while creating this list, you have to make sure that you write down all the tasks, whether they are personal or professional. If you want, you can categorize them. If you don't want to categorize them, it's perfectly okay at this stage. But the goal is to get that list from your brain onto a paper. The moment you do that, you will start feeling like things are under control once again. Now, you might ask me, Rashim, is there a tool that I can use, to make this list? Well, you can use your computer, you can do it on your laptop, in Word, in Excel, whichever tool you feel most comfortable with. Now, here's the strange part. The tool that works best for me is the old-fashioned pen and paper. But I must say, I usually go fancy with my notebooks and pens. So I have, for example, a big ideas notebook where I note down all the ideas that I need to act on, but are still part of my to-do list. I have a master plan book where I note down all my, what my strategy is going to look like. I also go fancy with my pens. So I have various varieties that are available, various kinds, but you can, just a pencil and a notebook would suffice. But that's me. So I wanted to share what tools I use, right? So now, okay, after you have captured all your tasks, the next step is to clarify. Now, most often you will still have some thinking or some kind of decision making about the stuff or the tasks that are on your list. So, for example, I might have a task called create strategy for new product line on my captured list. But what do I need as a starting point to create that strategy? I need to clarify that, which means I either need to spend time with myself to think through it, or I need to spend time with my team to get answers before I can start working on that strategy. Now, sometimes when you clarify, you might realize there's no actionable immediately. So, for example, I know that we need to fix the fence in our house, that is something that needs to be done. But there is no actionable for me immediately on that. That is an actionable in a couple of weeks when our neighbors are back and we can have those conversations with them in terms of changing the fence. But it's still, you know, it's still one of the items that's in my head that's causing that fogginess. So I put it down on the paper, I put a date against it, I just add a revisit date to it, and then I move on. The goal is essentially to have an action for everything that you have in your brain that's causing that fogginess, that's making you feel, oh my God, I have so much to do and I don't know where to start. So, what you want to do is you want to capture it all on the paper and clarify it so that it doesn't go back into your brain and create that fogginess again. So, once you've captured your list, the to-do list, once you've clarified that list, the next step is to act on it. Now that's the third step. So either you're going to do something about it, or you're going to delegate it, or you're going to defer it. So here is the golden 2-minute rule on how to act on this. If it takes less than 2 minutes to do, then do it now. So if it's an email, a follow-up email that you need to send that you can quickly send, do it now. If it's cleaning up your nightstand and it's going to just take 2 minutes, do it now. If it'll take more than 2 minutes and can be done by others, then make sure that you delegate it. So how are you going to delegate it? Either you send an email or put a meeting on somebody's calendar to talk about it, and then that part is done. So you have taken your first step towards delegating it to somebody. But if it'll take more than 2 minutes and you can't delegate it, then what do? Then you put a calendar entry and schedule time to do it based on when the task needs to be completed by. So in my case, if I have to, I'm speaking at events, and I often have requests for what my topic is going to look like, what is the outline of that topic, and that takes time. If I have that speaking request from a client or a company. So what I do is I know that I can't do it in 2 minutes, but that has to be done. So I schedule time with myself on my calendar that this is the time when I'm going to work on this proposal and send it to the client. And it's typically 1 to 2 hours, depending on how much work that needs to be done, that I block on my calendar, and then I mark it as completed or mark it as action taken. But it really helps me take that load off my mind and know that I have it in the plan. I know what the next action looks like for this, and I'll take care of this. I found this method to be highly effective, both for personal stuff as well as for professional tasks. When I feel that I have a lot to do and I feel overwhelmed, this method just gives me that instant clarity that I need and helps me from chaos in mind to an action plan that I can really work on. So if you have the similar dilemma that I have, if you have a lot of stuff that on your plate and you don't know how to get it done, how to get it started, give this method and these 3 steps a try and let me know if this method works for you. If you find this video useful, make sure to subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell icon to be notified when I release new videos. Till then, take care and keep succeeding.